For those that have finished watching the season and are curious, here's a behind the scenes look at LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3 and some of the tips and tricks I did throughout this season and the last few seasons to build the course and how I laid out the season. So here's me taking apart the Bricktown qualifiers. So what I did was I made one big template to build the audience and the obstacles on. So most of the time I would only switch out the obstacles and raise or lower platforms. Like that middle platform right there, that was taller for the Bricktown qualifiers, but for Legoopolis and the following episodes, it was shorter. And the beginning I kept pretty much the same of each course. I always change the decorations on each course, and for those with a keen eye, I try to keep the Legoopolis decorations the same season to season. So the Bricktown, Blockville, each of them, if you look season to season, they have similar decorations. So here I'm assembling the audience to keep it random and to make sure that I use different minifigures for each town. I had NatCat901 pick out some of the characters each time so that I wasn't the only one designing it. So each audience is a little random, and I change out the audience for every single episode, which took a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to put that many minifigures down and to set them up and take them down again. So hopefully you enjoy seeing the audiences in the background, and I try to also have fans of each competitor standing there and cheering them on as they go. So I'm really just trying to show off my collection as the season goes on and who I have. To decide who ran each obstacle, who failed at each obstacle, and the order they went in, I would lay out the minifigures who were competing each time, and then lay out who would be failing and advancing on each obstacle, and then I'd figure out the order that they would go in. And some people have asked if I planned out who would win from the beginning. I don't. Usually I go episode to episode, so I picked out who was going to compete for the whole season at the beginning and which city they'd compete in, but I didn't know who would be the winners of the whole season until the very end. I had a few in mind that I wanted to see win, but I didn't know exactly who'd win. Another little difference I made this time was the announcer, as voiced by NatCat901, has a different outfit in every episode. No one has commented on that. I was surprised. People pick up on a lot of the details, but no one said anything about that, which made me a little sad, but that's okay. And here is the Los Legos construction in progress, and here's the finished product. It takes up the entire desk. It's about twice as big as a regular course. I made box seats for different groups, so there's DC, the Ninjago group, Star Wars, Simpsons, Disney, Nexo Knights, and Chima. They each had their own box, and on the underside of the box seats were just random minifigures spread around. And I always build a somewhat replica of the Las Vegas skyline to go with the Los Legos competition. Especially since I'm from Las Vegas, I wanted to always include that and make it look detailed. Here is a behind the scenes look of Ray's run. This is the tower I built for the camera to get shots of her when she finishes. So that's what I used for all the competitors as they made their way up the chain of the final obstacle. And as they rang the buzzer, I would change out the size of this tower to record that. So that's a behind the scenes look of LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3. If you have any questions, please send them my way and I'd be happy to respond. And I hope you enjoyed the season. Thanks. Bye.